Alright, buddy fighters, it's me, Miasma, back again with another Ancient World deck profile. This time we have coming at ya my patented Wild Dragon build. Not seriously patented, but only one that runs it in my area, and must say, I love it. My buddy is Silver Dragon Adelaide. Hey, so let's get things started. So first up for our size 1, I run 3 Feathered Dragon Talwar. Just a nifty little vanilla to have, as well as it feeds into Ladis the Tyrant's greedy nature of needing wild dragons as fodder. Next up we got Blue Dragon Thunderhorn. And a lifelink of 1, but you pay 1 gauge each for a 3 crit size 1. It's still pretty good. Love it, but once again, mostly there for fodder for Ladis, as are most of the cards in this deck. Next up, we got Diaz, Azurite Dragon. Another just vanilla fodder card for Ladis. That's a majority of what these size 1s are. Thunderhorn's really the only one that sees any field play if I don't have Ladis early hand. Next up with our size 2s, we have Ice Dragon Kikon Isles. Once again, this is your 3 crit size 2. Wild dragons, I find, survive better even if they don't see their size 3 immediately. And the number of 3 crit creatures in this deck just help it survive 3 times as much. After that, we have 4 Silver Dragon Adelaide. Just has a lifelink of 1, but once again, that crit of 3 makes it a force to be reckoned with. And the art is not that bad either. And then finally, for our size 2s, we have Viet, Purple Diamond Dragon. Just another 3 crit creature. Her deck is just very pressury, even without the need for really its size 3 to show up immediately. It has great survivability. And finally, what you guys have been waiting for me to get to, my size 3, 4 Ladis the Tyrant. A great size 3 costing 3 gauge with double attack. You have to discard a wild dragon for either one of his effects, which you can use once per combat. And you can either pay 2 life, discard a wild dragon, and the next time the card would be destroyed, negate its destruction. Or if your opponent casts a spell like Dragonic Destroy or any kind of nuke spell that would kill it, you can pay 2 gauge and discard a wild dragon. 2 gauge and discard a wild dragon to negate the spell. He's a very nifty card. I love him in the deck, especially with that 7,000, 6,000 split with 3 crit. So if they let him hit twice, that's 6 damage right down the hole. No fun for my opponent, but tons of fun for me. Next up, we have my spells, which always help make the deck 3 times better. So we have 4 Dragon Emperor Legend. Once again, you get to gauge a card, draw a card, and gain a life. Can only use 1 per turn, but still, that extra life gain helps in this deck too. You essentially have to pay some life. Next up, we got 4 Bold Dragon, the Wild Dragon counterattack card. Gain +3/+3 and counterattack. And just like in the other deck, we have 2 Divine Dragon Creation, which just helps generate your hand advantage so much faster. But it does come at the cost of 2 life. And of course, there's like every deck in the world, we have our Gauge Ramp card, Rise and Fall of Dragon. I find it works best at 4 in this deck, but you really won't need that much gauge, because your opponent will most likely avoid spells for a while, well, until they know you cannot negate it. Then we have 4 Dragolution, just great for attack and defense boosts, plus gaining a life. And then finally, to top off our life gain, we got Dragon Dreams. Cast and gain 3 life. Great for making back that life you might have paid to go and use, you know, Ladis's skill, Rise and Fall, or Divine. And finally, our impact. We have 3 Evil Crusher Steel Dragon Barrage. Just like in my Seeger video, it requires a size 3 monster on the field and your opponent to have no monsters on the field, and then you can pay 3 gauge each to ram 4 damage down their throat at any given moment. Alright, well that's it for now. I'll be catching you guys back up on more decks later. Or just send me suggestions for things you want to see, topics you want me to discuss, or questions you just want answered. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys later.